And it's a little hot out here, so y'all gonna see my nipples today. But y'all always see my nipples, let's be real. But it was good with y'all, man. I know who it is, bro. It's a big one. Big one, though. The biggest one. And, you know, I'm a smoker, so I'm finna blow with y'all. And I'm finna just, you know what I'm saying? We're just finna kick it, bro. We finna kick it. We finna talk about some shit. You know what I'm saying? And disclaimer, I'm not shallow. So anything that's talked about or referenced in this, trust and believe that it can apply and probably does apply to multiple people. So if you watch this shit and you get offended, if the shoe fits, wear it. But, you know, man, like, I find it so interesting, the distortion that our reality and that people within our reality have of, like, love and care and you know, respect. And I use those three because they're interchangeable, in my opinion. I mean, obviously they mean different things. But yeah, on the surface, yes, of course, they mean different things. But all in all, they're like the Holy Trinity, right? They all tie together to bring in different parts of the whole triangle that we need in our existence. Triangle is the most powerful shape in existence, and all of existence is just shapes of crystals and fractals repeated and reflected off of light. It's like a prism. So, with love, care, and respect, you know, see, me personally, bro, and I've always been like this. I don't think this is just some shit that I just came up with because I'm trying to be cool. I ain't never been the type of nigga that just takes I love you and run with that. I grew up in an environment that did not promote that. Not only did it not promote, you know, I love yous and you know, verbally expressing how you feel, but it also did promote, on the flip side, it did promote transactional relationships. Whether it be actual money or reward, growing up, I had to find love, care, and respect in transactions. And that definitely translated into my life as an adult. But the only difference is now I know love, care, and respect because I love, care, and respect myself. And I love, care, and respect myself more than anybody else. And I know that for a fact. And this is not to call anybody out. This is not to say anybody is not doing enough for me or nobody does anything for me. I ain't that type of nigga, and I'm not going to say that. People have definitely helped me and been there for me in times where I did not think I was going to get through. Thank you to those people. I love you. But the point still stands. Once you find love, care, and respect for yourself, once you practice self-love, once you practice self-compassion and gratitude, and are just all about you, whether people want to call you narcissistic or not, once you're all about you and you back that shit up and how you walk, how you talk, and how you act, you know when somebody is half-assing it. It's as simple as that. You know when somebody is half-assing it. And when you say something, their reaction speaks volumes. Every reaction speaks volumes, considering a reaction is literally the basis of everything. Our reactions, our emotions, and our thoughts are literally the basis of our entire reality. So a reaction tells you everything from somebody. If you want to know something about somebody, look at their reaction. You don't even got to listen to their words. Look at their actions. Look at their energy. Look at their body language. It tells a lot. But when you know it's half-assed and you say something, people have two options. Either one, they're open to learning, they're open to self-reflection and self-introspection, and are willing to take the steps needed to embrace whatever it is that you are bringing to them. Or they can say, no, that's not true. I deeply in love with you. I care about you so much. I respect you the most. And they continue to perform the same actions that they were. And I mean, yes, everybody has their own perspective of things. Everybody has their own perception. Everything is different for everybody. But if you know something, and we know, our stomachs tell us, our hearts tell us. If you know something and you feel it in your gut, listen to that shit. And if you feel it in your gut and your gut is telling you you need more, listen to that shit. And it's not always the fact that you need to get more from that other person or from another person in general. But usually if you're craving more, it's because you're not giving yourself enough, because you're looking for it externally and you're never going to find it. Nobody's ever going to be able to love you how you love yourself. Nobody's ever going to be able to care for you how you care for yourself. Nobody's ever going to be able to respect you how you respect yourself. That's just a fact. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why we have companionships. That's why we have relationships, so we can find new ways to love ourselves, new ways to care about ourselves, new ways to respect ourselves. But that does not mean that we take the bottom line. That does not mean you take the bare minimum. Even if you have to find new ways or new people to surround yourself with to find that newness, to find that fulfillment, then do that. If you're not finding it with the people you're around, then it's probably because of the people you're around. If you're not finding it because of the place you stay at, it's probably because of the place you stay at. If you can't find it because of the car you drive, it's probably because of the car you drive. And I know it sounds cool coming out of my mouth being like, oh, just get new shit. I know it takes time. I know it's a process. But don't allow yourself to get lost in the sauce of the process of believing that you have to hold on to things from your past, people from your past, places from your past, in order to still feel whole. They might have been whole for you at one time, but if it is no longer the case, it is no longer the case. It is okay to let it go. It is okay to move forth in the love that you are, in the grace that you are, in the power that you are, and do it on your own until the time comes that you have new people, you have new places, you have new cars. Everything is going to happen regardless of what you do. Y'all going to work every day to make money. If you stopped working, you would still be fine. And I'm not just saying this shit because I don't work, because I do work. I just work in my own way. I'm saying this shit because nothing you are achieving or gaining or getting or feeling are actually natural to you, because most of the time the thing that you're doing is not actually what you're supposed to be doing. If it is, good on you. Thank you for finding your purpose, and thank you for continuing to keep that cog of this life turning. But for a wide variety of us, a majority of us, I would say, that little job you got, I don't give a fuck if you make 100, 200, 300, 400K a year. That little job you got is not actually fulfilling you. It is keeping you alive. You are still surviving just because you make a lot of money. Because this is the thing. Financially, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Those are the big four things that not only we want freedom from, liberation from, but those are the big four things that truly dictate the quality of life for a person. If you want your quality of life to improve, you have to do things to improve your quality of life, which means you have to stop doing things that are making you be in the quality of life that you're in right now. If you want mediocrity, keep that shit. If you want more, find more. It's more out there for you. I'm sleeping in my car. I'm serving clothes out of my car. I lost most of my clothes. I'm literally selling my wardrobe and just re-upping after I sell some shit, as far as like making sure I still have clothes to wear, just to keep finances flowing through. And yeah, sleeping in your car ain't always fun. You gotta find places to shower, you gotta find places to use the bathroom and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I ain't gotta pay rent, especially not a high ass rent payment. I ain't gotta live off the government. Fuck that. Do what you need to do if you need to, but fuck the government, in my opinion. But I ain't gotta live off the government. I'm doing my own thing. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. Literally, I stay up all night, so I can do whatever I want all night. I'll be up during the day, I can do whatever I want during the day. I ain't got no ties to nobody or nothing. So even if it's hard at first, you have to lose everything to gain everything. You have to lose to gain. That's the balance of the universe. You cannot have things and keep trying to attain new things. You're only gonna, even if it looks new on the surface, it's like an iPhone. It looks new on the surface, but it's exactly the same as last year. And if you think it took them a year to add these new specs, no, it didn't. The phone already had the specs. They just unlocked them every year, so you feel like you're getting something different, but you're not. I just feel like if you say you're somebody who respects themselves, you say you're somebody that loves themselves, that care about themselves, whatever. And while that may look different for everybody, I'm not judging anybody on how that looks for them. But if you claim to do that, but do not practice it, do not come around me. Because I don't like fake love. I don't like people playing in my face. I don't like none of that shit. And I can read a motherfucker from a mile away. I read people like books. And I'm not stupid. I trust my intuition. I trust my gut. That's what I'm saying. Trust your stomach. Your stomach ain't gonna lead you astray. For the reason y'all can't trust y'all stomach is because y'all stomach's fucked up. Y'all putting bad shit in it and wonder why y'all toxic as hell. And it's not to say I'm not toxic, but my toxicity doesn't come from my inside of my body. My toxicity comes from the influence of the things that I'm around and things I associate myself with, and I'm okay with that because I can handle that. I transmute toxicity into beauty every time. But if you're allowing that toxicity to sit and then you're not transmuting it and you're allowing it to stay in the bottom chakras and then come out into your life as toxicity and then wonder why everything is not working, open your eyes. 100 people could tell me they love me right now, and I bet you only one of them actually do. And it's not in the sense that I don't think those other 99 don't think they do. I'm sure they think they do. But the practice is way more important than the words. Hell, half the time I would even say the intention is more important than the words. But at the end of the day, when you open your eyes, when you open your mind to the trueness and the realness of reality, you understand that reality is based in evil, it's based in sin. Not to say reality is evil or people are evil, it's just based in evil, it's based in sin. It's based in things that are designed to take energy away from us because it fuels the people that are taking our energy while also forcing us to be in a cycle of relinquishing our energy and wondering why we can't get anywhere in our lives. I'm sleeping in my car, but I'm rich. I'm rich in life. I'm rich in freedom. I'm rich in my ability to do what the fuck I want to. No dollar amount will ever be able to put, you'll never be able to put a dollar amount on that type of feeling and that type of energy. You'll never be able to put a dollar amount on energy, and y'all niggas need to get your energy right. Soon, when that dollar go away, all you gonna have is energy. All you gonna have is your creative force and your life force and your creative spirit. Because niggas ain't gonna want nothing beyond that. Once the world opens their eyes to the fact that art is the highest form of expression, and the highest form of expression is the highest form of energy, and the highest form of energy is the highest form of currency, we're gonna see who rich then. Let that shit go, man. Get that shit off your heart. Stop overthinking. Stop overreacting. Stop having anxiety about shit that you cannot control. Anxiety is a natural feeling. I'm not saying that you need to stop it. It's a feeling like any other one. But if you're having anxiety about things you can't control, take a deep breath. Take a pause. Take a break from whatever you're doing or wherever you're at. Take yourself space. Give yourself space. And just breathe. And remind yourself that you're okay. You're loved, you're guided, you're divinely protected. You are divine. You are divinity, bro. We are literally a part of God. I don't think people understand that. Like we say we're children of God, cool. But I feel like saying just that we're children is separating. We are children of Christ in the sense, children of God, not Christ. We are children of God in the sense that mentally we are not on the same level as God. So we are learning from God. And as a child learns from their parents, we're learning from God. But we are quite literally a part of the entirety of what God is. Even if you wanted to say God was a figure, we are literally little atoms of God's figure. You are God. You are divinity. That is not something that people are just saying because they want people to think they're better than anybody else, or because they want people to live a certain lifestyle, or even because they're trying to convert anybody. It is strictly a fact that on a soul level, outside of this fucking skin suit, your energy is a part of an energy source that is the source of God. The source. So act like it. Walk like it, talk like it, be like it, dream like it. Protect your energy, man. Protect your peace. That's all we got for it. Everything is going to try to take it, and that's okay. That's the point. That's how we build resilience and fortitude of our mind to make sure things cannot take our peace. I don't drink often. If I do consistently drink, I only drink wine. And usually that's in the comfort of my own home or around friends at a friend's house or something. I don't really drink out. And I feel like a lot of people get it misconstrued on why I do that. I do it to protect myself. I do it to protect my being, to protect my spirit. But I also do it because I have the realization and understanding that any inebriated state that I can reach, even smoking, bro. Any inebriated state that I can reach, I can do it naturally. I can do it by breathing in a certain pattern in a certain way for a certain amount of time. I can do it just by living life. Bro, I felt high as fuck one day. It might have been, it wasn't last night. It was probably a couple nights ago. I felt high as fuck and all I had was cranberry juice and water with lime. I was energized. That's the feeling that these substances give us. And I'm not saying shit about substances, bro. I partake myself. I like shrooms. I like weed. I don't care. I'll admit that. But I know I don't need them to reach the states of consciousness that I can reach. So when I do them, they are purely for fun or experimental purposes. And I experiment on myself because I'm not going to let a fucking article on WikiHow tell me how to live my fucking life. I'm not even going to let a doctor tell me how to live my life because they don't know shit about me. They're basing their findings off of other people, and each one of us are different in a sense that our bodies react differently to stimuli from the world. Truthfully, yeah, on a soul level, we would need the same things to survive, but because our bodies are reacting differently to the stimuli of the world, we are going to be different, and that's okay. Nobody's tripping about that. But if you really believe you have to drink, if you really believe you have to smoke, if you really believe that you have to do anything in an inebriated state in order to feel alive or feel like yourself or any of that, you need to take a break from life. You need to take a break from your job. You need to take a break from your friends, your family. You need to take a break to yourself and discover who you are again, because I promise you that's not who you are. That's not even what you want deep down. It's just easier to numb the pain of not knowing what you want. And that's just as okay. I don't give a fuck if you're 50 years old, bro. When you live a life of infinity, when you're an infinite being, even living up to 100 is only a minuscule amount of your life. Life is so much more beyond the physical plane. And if all we have to do in the physical plane is learn who we are in the spiritual or the astral plane, then don't allow yourself to get caught in the trap or the cycle of trying to release things that don't need to be released, releasing the wrong things, picking up the wrong things, or accepting things because they're just are, or accepting the bare minimum. Because drinking alcohol is the bare minimum. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. Do what you do. It's the bare minimum now. I mean, even comparative to other substances, alcohol is literally the bare minimum. Like, I don't fuck with coke. I don't fuck with any of those things. But if you're being real, that shit's just as bad. Alcohol is just as bad as coke. There's a reason why it's so easily attainable. Like, you just gotta pay attention to the signs, bro. Because the signs will tell you everything. The signs will tell you more than you need to know, you know, than another person. Or than your past. Because our past are just as